Not everyone is meant to be close to you. Being the sole friend of a Sigma female is unlike any friendship you've been told about or expected. She's selective with whom she calls a friend. If you're part of her life, you've truly earned that spot. However, it's not about constantly checking in or endless chats with her. Instead, it revolves around trust, authenticity, and personal growth. Sigma females don't follow the usual social expectations, and they prefer friends who are equally unconventional. They can see through pretenses and expect others to be genuinely themselves. If you can't meet this standard, you won't stick around. But if you can be independent, respect her space, and be yourself, you'll discover a loyalty and a depth in the relationship that's rare to find. Yet, a fair warning, being her one and only friend is not always simple. She will test you, challenge you, and might even vanish at times when she needs solitude. She's straightforward, avoids trivial conversations, and offers a deeper, more significant, though challenging connection. If you think you're up for the reality of being her only friend, then stay tuned. Understanding a Sigma female isn't easy, but the benefits are truly rewarding. Let's dive in. Number 1. She's always watching, even when you think she's not. You may think she's distracted. She doesn't say much, doesn't interrupt you, and doesn't ask for more details. But her quietness isn't because she doesn't know what's going on. A Sigma female notices everything. How you speak, if you hesitate, or if your mood changes. She pays attention not just to what you say, but also to what you leave unsaid. You can't fool her. She'll detect it. She'll spot the pause before you respond, the smile that doesn't seem genuine, and how quickly you change the topic when it gets too personal. She might not point it out, but be sure she sees it all. Here's the thing about her. She collects information quietly like a detective, but behaves as if she's just casually watching. She's not out to judge you. She's simply understanding you. Once she figures you out completely, she knows who she's really dealing with. If she overlooks something, it's not by accident. It's a choice she's made. Perhaps she's waiting to see if you'll correct your own mistakes. Maybe she's testing your honesty when you're not pushed. Or she might have already decided you're not worth the effort to confront. But never assume her silence means ignorance. With a Sigma female, she misses nothing. The real question is, what will she do with this knowledge? Number 2. You might wonder if you're really her friend. Making friends with a Sigma female can be puzzling initially. She doesn't follow usual friendship patterns. No daily messages, no over-the-top loyalty, no constant need for reassurance. She has her own way of doing things, which might make you question, are we actually friends? The reality is, Sigma females take their time with friendships. Unlike others who might bond out of convenience or habit, she observes quietly. She assesses you subtly, watching how you react to challenges, how you deal with letdowns, and if your loyalty is genuine or just when it suits you. If you don't meet her silent evaluations, you might not even notice she's gradually distancing herself. There won't be arguments or explanations. She'll simply begin to withdraw. But if you do make the cut, don't expect a big celebration or a clear confirmation. One day, you'll just realize she trusts you. She might share a private thought, disappear for a while, but return as if no time has passed, or even defend you when you're not around. That's when you understand. This is her way of being a friend. It's not loud or showy. It's genuine. So, if you're ever unsure about your relationship with a Sigma female, don't wait for her to say something. Watch her actions, because when she truly lets you into her life, it's deliberate. She chose you for a reason. Number 3. She will disappear without letting you know and expect you to accept it. If you're someone who likes close and regular contact with friends, you might find it hard to be friends with a Sigma female. Sometimes she's fully involved and open, and suddenly she just vanishes. No messages, no reasons, just quiet. She isn't mad, nor has she lost interest. This is just her way. Sigma females avoid forced socializing. She steps back because she needs her own space to think, refresh, and be free from social pressures. She doesn't feel the need to keep everyone updated on her every move, and she won't justify her need for alone time. If you need constant reassurance, this friendship might not work for you. However, when she comes back, it's as if she never left. There's no awkwardness or feeling of guilt, and the conversation continues right where it stopped. Her true friends get this about her. They don't expect her to be always there. They rely on her. And that's the real test. If you can't deal with her quiet times, if you always need proof of the friendship, she'll quietly move on. But if you understand that her absence is just her way of taking a breather, you will always be someone she returns to. For her, friendship is not about how often you meet. It's about the connection's depth. Those who realize this don't feel abandoned. Number 4. She won't soften her words, even when you need comfort. If you're looking for a friend who tells you only what you want to hear, a Sigma female isn't for you. She doesn't offer empty comfort, insincere pity, or blind support. If you make a mistake, she'll point it out. If you're making excuses, she'll challenge them. If you're feeling sorry for yourself, she'll remind you that staying down is a choice. This doesn't mean she doesn't care, quite the opposite. Her straightforwardness is her way of showing loyalty. She respects you enough to be honest, even when it's tough to hear. While others might try to smooth things over to avoid conflict, she tells it like it is because she genuinely wants you to improve. She's not harsh, though. If you're having a tough time, she'll listen, analyze, and help you see things from a new perspective. What she won't do is lie just to make you feel better momentarily, keeping you stuck in your troubles. Some may not appreciate her directness and see it as unkind. They leave when they realize she won't coddle their feelings. But those who understand her know her honesty is a rare gift. It's what makes her unique. Because when a Sigma female tells you something, you can trust it's the truth. And in a world where many people tell you what you want to hear, her genuine words are invaluable. Number 5. She looks after you without you realizing it. A Sigma female doesn't shout about her loyalty. She won't tell you she's protecting you, but if you're close to her, she's always quietly watching over you in subtle ways that you might not notice. She notices things you miss. If someone near you means harm, she'll quietly clue you in, using calm, clear reasoning. If you're on the verge of a mistake, she'll gently guide you away from it, helping you see what you might have missed. She picks up on small changes in how people act, the warning signs you might miss because you're too emotionally involved. She'll offer just enough advice to help you make the right decision without pushing it on you. She doesn't look for thanks. She's not watching over you to get applause or recognition. Actually, she'd rather you didn't even realize what she's doing. Her aim isn't to be seen as a hero, but simply to prevent the people she cares about from walking into problems they could avoid. And if trouble does find you, she'll step in quietly and resolve it, not with dramatics, but with calm and decisive actions. Often people don't recognize her protective actions until much later. They reflect and see how she subtly kept them from harm. That's her way, silent, effective, and without needing a thank you. For her, true loyalty is shown by deeds, not words, and it's all done out of sight. Number 6. She can cut ties with you as if you never existed, if she needs to. With a Sigma female, there are no second chances if you betray her, manipulate her, or waste her time. She avoids big scenes. She won't give you a lengthy explanation of how you've disappointed her. She won't plead for your understanding or try to make you agree with her perspective. She'll just remove you from her life. One day you're important to her. The next, it's as if you were never there. No warnings, no long discussions, just quiet removal. What's more, she won't hold a grudge. She doesn't dwell on what went wrong, plot revenge, or feel bitter. You simply become unimportant to her. She's very good at emotionally letting go. And once she decides you're out, that's it. It's not that she doesn't feel. She feels deeply but knows when to let go of people or things that don't add value to her life. She's spent too much time safeguarding her own peace to allow unnecessary turmoil to linger. She doesn't wait around for closure. She creates it on her own by moving on. Many aren't accustomed to this kind of emotional disconnection. They expect some guilt, reluctance, or at least some resentment to linger. But with a Sigma female, there's none of that, just a straightforward departure. And that's what makes losing her so definite. If she decides to let you go, know this: there is no way back. In her world, some connections are not just burned, they are never made again. Number 7. She subtly tests you without your awareness. A Sigma female evaluates you through every interaction, but you might not even realize it's happening. She doesn't make it obvious. She keeps quiet about what she's observing and doesn't tell you when you've succeeded or failed in her eyes. She simply observes. How do you react to setbacks? Do you get angry, act like it's all too much, or handle it calmly? Are you reliable, or do you come up with excuses when things get hard? Can you remain steady when faced with challenges, or do you give up as soon as it gets difficult? She isn't looking for perfection, but she insists on genuineness. She wants to know the real you, not the version you show to the world. She's seen many people pretend, say all the right things, then fall apart when truly tested. She keeps her distance from anyone who fails her silent evaluations. If you don't meet her standards, she won't confront you or make it known. She'll just gradually withdraw. Your conversations will become brief, the vibe will change, and you'll start feeling her pulling away, often without knowing exactly why. By the time you realize, she has already decided you're not worth her time. But if you do pass her tests, don't expect a reward. You'll simply find that she continues to stick around. In a world where she distances herself from anything insincere, that is the ultimate proof of her approval. Number 8. She won't try to control you, but expects the same respect. A Sigma female places a high value on independence, both hers and yours. She doesn't try to oversee or dictate your life. She trusts you to make your own decisions and expects you to trust her in the same way. There's no need for overly demanding expectations, constant checking up, or a continuous need for approval. She's content with you pursuing your interests independently, and she appreciates not having to monitor every move. She isn't concerned with your whereabouts every moment, and she definitely doesn't want you depending on her for constant reassurance. She's confident enough to give you space and expects you to offer the same. However, if you attempt to restrict her freedom, even slightly, you'll notice her pulling away. She doesn't have to explain why. There won't be dramatic scenes or arguments. She'll just begin to distance herself. Her independence is vital to her, and the moment you try to limit it, you've overstepped a boundary. She's not punishing you. She's simply showing that she values her freedom as much as she respects yours. And if you can't reciprocate that respect, she'll quietly remove you from her life. For a Sigma female, freedom is the core of her being, and if that's not honored, you have no place in her world. Number 9. She stays away from drama unless it impacts you. Drama? She's not interested. A Sigma female doesn't spend time on minor squabbles or social tricks. She's too busy with her own life to get caught up in others' problems. If drama arises, she's either removed herself from the situation or doesn't even realize it's occurring. However, if it's about protecting you, everything changes. Her calm demeanor becomes more intense. She won't cause a scene or react wildly. Rather, she'll resolve the issue with calm precision, cool, collected, and incredibly effective. She won't fight your battles for you. That's not her role. She's not there to pamper you or handle your problems. But if someone disrupts your peace, she will quietly take control, leaving others to wonder, what just happened? You might not see her actions, but by the end, the problem will be resolved, and it will be clear who's in charge. It's not about showing off. It's about safeguarding what's important, your well-being, and ensuring no one brings turmoil into your life. She might avoid drama, but she won't let anyone disturb your peace. And if they try, they'll surely regret it, even without seeing her coming. Number 10. She will push you to improve, whether you're ready or not. A Sigma female has zero tolerance for stagnation. If you're making excuses or not advancing, she'll point it out bluntly. No sweet talk, no easing into it. She recognizes your potential and won't let you settle for mediocrity just because it's comfortable. If you're not trying your best, she won't ignore it. She knows what you can achieve, even if you don't, and she'll make sure you don't just stay in your comfort zone. If you're avoiding growth or making excuses for not achieving your goals, don't expect her to be lenient. She'll push you strongly. It might not always feel good. Sometimes it might seem like she's making things harder. You might even resent her for it, wondering why she can't just leave you alone. But here's the truth. She won't let you settle for less than your potential. She won't let you waste your capabilities, and she'll ensure you don't become complacent. It's not about control. It's about recognizing the greatness within you and not allowing you to ignore it. She's not here to cheer you on. She's here to help you become the person you need to be, even if it means pushing you out of your comfort zone. So, if you're looking for someone who will let you take it easy, she's not the one. But if you're prepared to really improve, she'll be there to make sure you do, whether you enjoy it or not. Number 11. She sees you as a person, not just a category. A Sigma female doesn't bother with categories. She isn't concerned with what society expects you to be or how you should conform. She doesn't focus on your job title, your place in society, or the current fashions you might follow. She sees the true you, the version of you that's real, without any masks, without pretense, and free from what others expect of you. When she calls you a friend, it's not because you fit into a certain group or because you hang out with the same people. It's because she truly values you for who you are deep down. She's not interested in everyone being the same, and popularity contests definitely don't matter to her. What she cares about is your genuine nature, your depth, and your true character. That's why her friendships are unique, meaningful, and sincere. She doesn't judge you on shallow traits or try to reshape you into something you're not. She isn't here to change you or squeeze you into her idea of normal. She's here to appreciate you for all that you are and everything you can become. No assumptions, no conditions, just pure respect for who you really are. So, if you're part of her circle, know this: you are appreciated for being yourself. She's not interested in the persona you show the world. She's interested in the real you, minus all the tags and disguises society tries to impose on you. And when she calls you a friend, It means she sees you for the unique and irreplaceable person you are. Number 12. She inspires you to embrace your own unique path with courage and individuality. A Sigma female stands out because of her remarkable self-reliance and unshakable confidence. She never follows the beaten path, nor succumbs to the latest trends. Instead, she carves out her own distinct path with determination and grace, encouraging those around her to discover their unique journeys. This isn't about competing with her or attempting to mirror her every move. It's about finding and following your own personal rhythm, your unique set of passions and beliefs. She supports you in uncovering what truly makes you special, urges you to chase your dreams without hesitation, and to remain steadfast in your personal convictions. Her strength serves not just her own purposes, but acts as a powerful example, a guiding light that it's perfectly acceptable, even admirable, to stand apart from the crowd. By being close to a Sigma female, you learn the invaluable lesson of embracing your individuality and pursuing your path with confidence and dignity. Number 13. She values deep, meaningful conversations far more than everyday small talk. For anyone accustomed to light, surface-level conversations, engaging with a Sigma female might seem daunting at first. She has little interest in idle gossip or trivial chatter about the day-to-day. Instead, she craves deep, meaningful exchanges that stir the mind and provoke thought. Conversations with her often dive into topics like life philosophies, future aspirations, and complex ideas, aiming to challenge both your intellect and hers. It's never merely about filling the silence with her. Every discussion is an opportunity to connect on a deeper, more substantial level. This preference for depth over breadth in communication might seem intimidating, but it is also deeply rewarding. Engaging in these profound dialogues leads to a richer, more connected relationship where both participants grow intellectually and emotionally. Her dedication to meaningful conversations ensures that relationships go beyond shallow small talk, fostering genuine connections rooted in mutual respect and thoughtful discussions. If you happen to be a close friend of a Sigma female, consider yourself lucky, but also be ready. She's unlike anyone else. She won't sugarcoat things, she won't always keep you updated, and she certainly won't settle for anything less than your best. But she will truly see you. She'll understand you in ways most others won't, and she'll encourage you to be the person you're meant to be, whether you're ready for it or not. Being in her world is challenging, but it's rewarding. She doesn't do shallow. She doesn't bother with trying to fit into the little boxes society sets. She cares about the genuine, unedited version of you. If she calls you a friend, it's because she recognizes the real you, and she expects you to always be your true self. And if you can handle that, if you can respect her need for independence and space, you'll have someone who will always have your back in ways you might not expect. But that trust has to be earned. You have to be genuine because she has no time for anything less. So if you're walking with a Sigma female, understand this. She's offering you something exceptional. She's showing you what real, unfiltered loyalty looks like. And if you can meet the challenge and accept her as she truly is, you'll find a friendship that is unlike any other, one that will transform you, help you grow, and show you just how much you can achieve when you stop holding yourself back.